matte painting. The technique of creating and compositing backgrounds into a scene. They help to extend small production sets into full cities, or can help transport characters to entirely different worlds. MATHIEU RAYNAULT is one such matte painter. He graduated twice, studying both at Laval University as well as Montreal's National Animation and Design Centre. After graduating, he began to put his skills to use, creating both 2D and 3D environments. His range of work covers concept art, advertising images, and fully realized shots for video sequences. An artist like Raynault is a perfect modern example of where exactly a skill such as matte painting can lead you in the visual effects industry. His work is entirely digital. When interviewed by Richard Newman, he stated, "The expectations are way higher than they were 20 years ago. Audiences can detect easily if a background looks painterly. That is why a final matte painting nowadays contains no visible brush strokes." His opinion carries great weight. While the traditional method of painting on glass was praised at the time, technology has advanced enough to the point where such methods can't meet the increasing demand of the audience. Raynault is a master of photorealism, effectively using digital techniques to create his own photos. It is his knowledge of lighting and his attention to detail that is highly sought after. In 1999, his early work on the sci-fi TV series The Secret Adventures of Jules Verne quickly earned him an interview with Lucasfilm. It was the early 2000s where his work could be seen in some of the biggest blockbusters in cinema history, with the sequels to Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and The Matrix, just to name a few. But as with any job, there must always be a workflow, and the average matte painting is an estimated 2 to 3 weeks of work. In the same interview with Richard Newman, he stated, "I do often have to provide sketches and concepts early in the process. In these cases I am involved early and my creative input is quite significant. Once the initial ideas are approved of, the matte painters must complete them using whatever methods they're most familiar with. In the case of Raynault, he starts with a 3D software, then gradually builds upon his base image with Photoshop. His work is then projected onto 3D geometry or just sent off for compositing. No project is quite the same, however, and each artist has a varying level of involvement with each project. On Star Wars, for example, I would get a pretty detailed concept art piece, establishing composition, color palette, mood, and lighting. My job becomes solely to create the most believable photorealistic image based on the concept." As he continued work and moved from studio to studio, he gradually rose through the ranks from matte painter all the way to visual effects supervisor, using the foundations of his first big successes. In 2006, he co-founded Rodeo Effects and worked there for 5 years on numerous projects. As more boundaries were pushed, different industries would overlap, hence how he also found himself working on cutscenes, trailers, and in-game previews for video games. In 2011, he started his own creative studio, Raynault VFX. Surrounded by a small yet efficient group of artists, Raynault and his team offer their clients a certain flexibility. They can complete entire shots as a team or act as an extension to larger studios that may have a lot of work on their hands. One notable example is their work on the 2014 Franco-German adaptation of Beauty and the Beast. Raynault's team of 30 artists joined forces with fellow Quebec-based studio Folks VFX, as well as a team of trusted freelancers. Using the castle domain asset they were provided with, they were able to deliver over 125 completed shots, proving that, although Raynault and his team might not be the biggest in the world, their established reputation means that they will always be highly sought after. MATHIEU RAYNAULT has come a long way. This renowned artist has been working in the industry for over 15 years. Raynault's initial big hits have allowed him to build the foundations of his continuing success. From a simple matte painter to a visual effects supervisor, his talents are highly sought after, and his team even more so. After all, when you're on the front page of a Google search, you know you've done something right.